Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Beyond Worlds Commander. Last time, we were doing some training tests with Shizu, mainly testing out how Degenerate works. So we ran around, we went to some demons, we went to some spirits, tried using some summoned spirits and whatnot, but it doesn't work with them. Like, it activates Degenerate, but then the spirit doesn't die and Shizu doesn't get the rewards from it. But, yeah, we basically we're working on training up Shizu, and we're sort of going over what every subordinate needs to actually be effective during these last few fights. So Miracle and Travesty are probably fine. Shizu just needs a bit more EP and other skill training, which I have worked on between episodes. I got her up to 1.7 million through the Ender Farm. I also did go get a Beast Gnome, Salamander, and a... Oh, it dropped the Elemental Shard. That's pretty rare. I think that's a 1%. But yeah, Salamander, Beast Gnome, and a Feathered Serpent. Or technically I grabbed 2 Beast Gnomes, but... Come on, Shizu, I need you to stay looking forward for a moment, please. Really? How did that not count? Come on. Oh, this thing hit 15 HP. Come on. There we go, there's that, and the Beast Gnome, if she'll actually look the right direction. But anyways, yeah, that should have gotten her a couple more skills at least. Anyways, Shizu just needs more MP. She's at 172. I did go get more Charybdis cores, so let's just hope that... I had her use an inactive core, and she didn't get any buffs from it. So I don't remember if it's just the active cores, or if active cores work, or if it's just innate cores. It would help if she would stay looking in the right direction for more than a moment. Okay, it looks like active cores get you 100,000, meanwhile inert cores get you 200k. Don't eat dragonfly or dragons. Oh, you know what? You have fire nullification, which means you can just totally eat fire dragon flash. But her longsword got mirror piercing, severance, and slotting, so that's pretty good. And I could have sworn... Oh, she has magic doom. I misread it. I thought she had a curse on her mask, besides Tsukumagami, but I guess not. So, yeah, Shizu's doing fairly well. She is now above 2 million MP, which, as a vampire lord... Yeah, she's currently a vampire lord. At 2 million MP, you will gain the ability to evolve into a vampire, into a divine vampire. So, Tensura, edit Force Evo for you. Your race, get the rewards, and she'll gain, like, a big old chunk of extra aura out of it, and infinite regen for free. So we now have our first, truly super powerful vampire subordinate. I should get you multi-layer. Is there any other skills I can think of that I want for you? Earth manipulation goes on, flame domination's already on. There's your wind manipulation. I should give you dominations as well. You seem to really like heat. You use heat wave constantly, so let's get you fire domination. I'm sure there's probably a way to train it up and get her this legitimately, but I tried having her use flame manipulation to train it up naturally, and I couldn't get it to work. So we're just gonna do this instead. So she's strong. I had wanted to train up Kiyoya as well, but I sort of didn't have enough time. Let's see, you're at 550. Yeah, you still need 1.5 million. And I mean, I can just do this to put you in front of Shizu. Usurper. Out of curiosity, what did you just get there? Also, you have Summon Medium. You didn't copy... Yeah, Usurper was supposed to have copied something at one point, but I couldn't figure out what. It does not copy summons. I didn't think so. Let's see, spatial manipulation. I have no idea what you just copied from her there. Let's see. You getting anything super useful, chance to do? I should probably... Oh, you know what? I don't think you had chant annulment before. I think I just gave that to you. So, I'm just going to have to do that a bunch of times with every subordinate, and Kiyoya should get superpowers as well. Sadly, I do need to train him up in the Ender Farm. I don't have an easy way, like, to generate. But, anyways, I digress. That's just, like, training bits we're going to have to do. And honestly, that's, like, some of the last stuff we need to get done. But first, there's a couple other little test things that, I've either forgotten or thought of. Or someone brought up. Let's see, where do I have them written down? My notebook is a complete and total mess. Two of them are tests with Travesty's fire damage, so I guess we'll leave it to those. We'll go to do those two together. We also need to check out Black Lightning, and I want to run one more test with Tuner, just to make sure that's actually broken, because it kind of seems like it. So, Black Lightning is probably the easiest one to go over. Well, I mean, I could have copied it from Miracle, but instead I got it when one of the two miracles died. In the end, it's the same. So Black Lightning, it has decreased, increased, Death Storm, and default power. I mean, it's cool. I think the animation is changed. I think it looks cooler than it does. We've seen it used multiple times. I don't know if it's actually stronger than it used to be, though. Increased power, I think you used to have to unlock the ability to use the increased and decreased power. If I'm remembering correctly, though I'm not quite sure. You know what? Leaving all this black flame around is probably a bad idea. This stuff can get pretty... It used to be able to get laggy. I don't know if it still can. Total damage 150. That's just a lie. It did like 150 damage like 5 or 6 times. Default power. Yeah, I have no idea how much damage that's actually doing. Like, it doesn't... It happens too quickly. I mean, Black Lightning is cool. I mean, with electricity... do I have lightning manipulation? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. I just haven't trained it. Okay, so might as well start working on that. I mean, it's cool. It's powerful. Like, it's stronger than any of the other lightning skills. I still don't know if I'm really ever going to use it, especially here. It might be useful. This is one where even if I give it to a subordinate, except for, like, Miracle, who will use it automatically, this is one that would probably end up being kind of hard to get to aim properly with them. I mean, I'll keep working on it. I'll probably give it to someone. Give me the leather and the blade tiger tail. So it's cool. I should work on Black Flame as well real quick, because giving that to subordinates, especially like Travesty. Yeah, Travesty getting Black Flame when he already does a bunch of fire damage, it will basically just make all of his attacks also just stop regen, which will be very good. So work on all 3 of those. Next up, other thing. Tuner test. Let's just do this. I have plenty of extra slimes. I'm just going to grab one of them for this real quick. Okay, I have an extra slime here. I'm going to test this with you just so that I don't have to worry about accidentally killing another miracle here. So Tensura, Tuner. Oops. So in theory, let's just open up your bar here real quick. Select subordinates, status menu. You do have Tuner. Tuner has a passive in the slot, but that's just for a strength buff if you're on low health. In theory, Tuner should make you survive each attack type once in a 20-minute timer, and it should be a true passive. So if the slime hits 0, it should recover to full and gain some MP and AP back. Are you... It doesn't. Okay, Tuner just doesn't work on subordinates then. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to give... Yeah, I'm going to give Miracle a reroll then, because like this whole time I've been thinking like, Miracle, Tuner's so good, so good. Yay, Miracle has Tuner. It doesn't work. I'm going to reroll it. I should also remove tuner from myself real quick. So, what? Revoke from me tuner. Okay. What skills are left then? Fusionist, Pride, Seer, Sloth, Suppressor, and Wrath. Okay, there's only 6 more. You do have Cook. Honestly, Cook is probably still just good enough, but you know what? I want to test out every single skill. And actually, I want to give one to Charybdis too. It's simply because unless it has like a unique skill or something to help bypass resistances, I don't think it's going to do much, even though it's a boss. So let's see. How do I do this again? It's a random roll 1 through 6, I think. Uh, so rolled 1 from 1 to 6. Let's just... Okay, you can get other numbers. Last time I rolled 1 through 7 and got a 7. So 1. Oh yeah, Miracle did get cooked last time. That was should have been part of the whatever it's called, recap. So 1 through 6, that would be fusionist for you. You know what? That's probably the weakest of the ones left over on the list. So you know what? Sure, Miracle's gonna get fusionist. Edit, ability, grant. Oops. I'm apparently just like a half block too far away. Slash Tensura, edit, ability, grant you, and you're going to get fusionist. This is not a good skill. I do not think fusionist is actually that great. Like almost, I think it's probably one of the worst quote unquote unique skills. But I do think it is really, really funny. Although it's been a while since I've properly tested it, so it might be better than I think. Turn the world into a weapon, absorb the environment to create powerful mines and grenades. So we have disassemble, fuse, stone. If I remember correctly, stone is just building mines, but I don't remember how the rest of everything else works. Nope, I need to actually go to the wiki before I look up fusionist. That's not really gonna work. Here it is. Here we go. So, disassemble breaks the block the player is looking at, but instead of dropping the block, it adds 1 matter. Shift activate to consume the block item in hand instead. And then fuse, turn the block the player is looking into a landmine at the cost of 5 matters. When it's touched by an allied thing, it blows up. Creates an explosion the size of 25 blocks with a bunch of damage. You can activate it multiple times. Oh, and then you have a grenade. Okay, okay. So, I need to use disassemble mode. And then, where is... Well, let's just replace Black Lightning for now. Stone is the grenade, fuse is the landmine. I guess I got them mixed up. So there's that. Let's select subordinate use skill. And I'm going to need to start gathering matter with you. Go down to 1 block and let's just see. Okay, this in theory should start building up the matter list. It's just kind of slow since I can't do the whole block in hand thing. Okay, so there's that. Use skill. We got another one that doesn't work, didn't we? Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, it works. But I think it doesn't quite work how I think it does. Are you out of, Oh, I'm lagging super badly now. Whoops. Did I misread something, or did I somehow mix them up? Oh, I'm on fuse, not stone, aren't I? Do. That does damage. Fuse is landmine. You need to target a living entity. Oh yeah, you can activate the fuse landmines on your own. Okay, I must be on fuse then, and I just set it to the wrong skill. Okay, so there's that. Miracle, are you currently set to like attack or something? Oh. I don't think Tame's very happy with me. I hope we're good for the moment. Anyways, stone. That didn't do as much damage as I was hoping. Damn. Miracle, I'm trying to test something here. Okay, so we're like throwing the stone grenade. How much damage is it supposed to do? At the cost of 1 matter, throws a projectile that explodes on damage and deals 100 damage. Explosion level 6, damage around 77. Cost MP. Okay, it's just like a little 100 damage projectile. Is it following where I'm looking, or is it just going... Okay, so it sort of follows where I'm looking a little bit. Okay, yeah, I wasn't quite sure how this works. So, once again, it sort of follows where the player is looking while riding on a direwolf, but there's some, like, not really variance, it's just not quite lined up properly. So, there's that. And then we already looked at fuse, but let's try it again. Fuse is here. Do you actually need matter? How much matter would I have used up at this point? I feel like I'd probably be on 0. But fusionist... Oh, you're out of matter then. Okay, there we go. That's set up. There's a landmine. And explosion. Okay. So it works fully as intended. Like I said, I think this is a really funny skill. I don't think it's actually very good. Mysticism used to have an ultimate skill version of it that would destroy like 500 blocks by 500 blocks or something like that. That was super, super fun. This one is definitely less effective. Hold on, can I like see what it does damage-wise though? So I think explosion's right there. Absolutely no way I'll be able to check the damage on that one. If you're just like, immediately destroying everything. Yeah, and I think Miracle might have taken the damage there. It looked like she flashed red for a moment. I'm completely immune to it. I wonder what damage type this is, though. There's that. If I just stand here... it's a lot of 30s, so... Yeah, that's probably not doing a whole lot. It's funny. It's not good. You know what? That's fine. Changing out a skill that didn't work for a skill that works but isn't actually useful, it's fine. Anyways, there's that. What random skill are we going to give Charybdis, though? It needs something. Otherwise, I just did it to do it. I won't actually help much. So let's see. Charybdis. Honestly, if I was choosing something, I would just give it something specifically for purposes of ignoring resistances. I don't know if any of the remaining ones do, though. Let's see. Pride, Seer, Sloth, Suppressor, Wrath are the 5. I don't think any of... just... my notebook tried to cartwheel away. I think Seer might do so, but I'm not sure. The rest of them, I don't think. Also, there's a 60% chance that this is a that this is a sin skill. 1, that's Pride, right? Yeah, I have it written down as Pride being next. I mean, that's a very good skill. And honestly, you have enough MP already that's one you might be able to copy skills off of. But I don't think subordinates can hit each other, so my idea would be to have Kiyoya use Absolute Severance on it. Or not Kiyoya, Mai. Where is Mai? Is she in here? Yeah, she is. I assume that it has to be abilities that do damage. I assume that's the only way to copy things with Pride. You know what? Might as well test it. There's that as well. Anyways, slash Tensura, edit, ability, grant you pride. I don't think this really helps you all that much, but it's fine. Pride. I did also want to look at this skill for, to remember how it works. So status menu, put pride. Oh yeah, you had Reapers so for player size. I don't remember, does Reaper have the, a nullification downgrade? It might. But I do. No, it doesn't. Okay, so Reaper was just for player size. So Pride. Yeah, it has the copy ability. If it's hit by something, it has a chance to copy it at the cost of, like, whatever that skill's EP requirement would be. Mastery is gained doing so. Copy opens GUI. But in theory, let's just say I hit you with Windblade or something. I think this can obviously hit subordinates. That's just going to replace Wind Domination for now. Okay, I've hit the... Oh, okay, there's the audio cue. Just to make sure of this, Pride should now have a Wind Cutter mode. It does. Okay, so this does fully work. If I select subordinate, you... in theory, should be casting Windblade right now, but you're not. Okay, I think I had the copy ability as one. Hold on. Status menu. Let's just double check this. Oh, hold on. Wind Cutter. Oh, hold on. Okay, I guess I accidentally scroll wheeled away while I was going away. Okay, so it is using Wind Cutter. It's just going in a random direction, though. So it works. It does work. Pride. Words are hard. Only problem is, I don't have a good way to get you to copy skills that I would actually want you to use. Like, I can copy Aspectual Magics and some other stuff, but none of, like, unique skills from other subordinates will apply to you. Well, I mean, if I master it, I could get it to copy, like, the greed effect. Like, when it's mastered, it copies statuses. Yeah, honestly, I like this in theory, but I don't know if I have a good way to actually make use of it. And so the actual main effect of it I wanted doesn't happen. Absolute Severance, and let's just add Absolute Severance's Severance Cutter to that bar. I need you to actually look at Charybdis, please. That's going in that direction currently. Come on, get Charybdis. There we go. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I think I was looking at the list, and I think Degenerate does work on a Charybdis. Yeah, my subordinates can't hit each other, otherwise that would have done damage. So yeah, I can't really get you to copy anything I want you to. Oh well. It has pride. Anyways, there's that. Last test I want to do real quick are with travesty stuff. I'm going to attempt something with greed. Who had greed? It was one of the orcs. It's not Excelit, I don't think. It's not Yamato, not Charybdis, Bulwark, no. I can't remember exactly which subordinate has greed. It's going to take me a moment to find them. That took me way longer than I was thinking. It was literally the last orc I checked. Anyways, Logan has greed. So go ahead and select you. Greed's mode that gave the buff was Greed Flare, correct? Spiritual Domination. Yeah, Greed Flare should be the one. So let's see. Travesty. If I have you just attack a thing real quick. Status menu, make sure your bar doesn't have anything bad on it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. 4,000, 3,000. Yeah, you have all your other buffs. Your physical attack damage is 700 boosted to 1,000. Cool. And then that 1,000 is getting turned into fire damage and multiplied. You have a bunch of other buffs. But I care most specifically about the fire damage right now. 2,000, 3,000, 47, 63. Okay, so like 6,300 is your current max fire damage. There's a random chance on if it applies, but it happens. Select use skill. If I give you greed, or more accurately, if Logan gives you greed, there's that. I need Logan to actually look the right direction. Come on, Logan. And it's literally going to look every way but this way. And as soon as I move Travesty in front of them, they're going to turn again, right? Poor Proto. Poor Proto. Always getting caught by this, by Keolia's over here. Hold on. Let me walk, please. Thank you. You can sit back down and go back into storage. Anyways, this is going to take me a moment to actually get you to work, isn't it? There's that. Use skill. Stay looking forwards for just a moment. And lag as soon as I hit the button. I wish this wasn't such a laggy mess. Come on. 1 second. Okay, unlagged. Failed to use greed. Greed's on a cooldown, or it's just not looking at a mob, so can't activate. Oh yeah, it's probably not targeting a mob, so therefore it's trying to activate the buff that Logan already has on. Successfully used greed. Does that mean you have the buff now? No, you do not have any sort of strength buff right now, so I have no idea what that activated on. Come on. Did that activate on me? I don't think so. I should have way more attack damage than that. Maybe I need to make Travesty... Whoops. Maybe I need to make Travesty bigger here so that he's guaranteed getting hit by it. There's that. Please. Shadow storage. Use skill. Successfully used greed while looking at a block. Can you... I wish mobs would stay still for more than 2 milliseconds at a time. That would be so nice. Like, it's kind of silly. Just how much they move. It's just too much. There we go. That one definitely should have counted. Travesty. It counted. He got the greed buff. His physical attack got an extra 100 or so, which is getting boosted to his fire. That one's surprising. Like, what determines what skills work and which ones don't, though? I was talking with Catty, and the way I was thinking it might be was buffs to the mob versus buffs to the attack output. Like, I think there was a different one. I don't remember exactly which skill it was, but like flat number boosted onto the end of like what damage you do didn't seem to work. But I think that's how greed works too. Or maybe greeds is a buff to the player, and that would function then. I don't know. But apparently it does work, so that's cool, I guess. You're here. The other thing... Okay, so you have that buff. Your max fire damage is 7,800 now. If I go over to Starved, and I use Spiritual Domination to use... Rampage, does... 80... Okay, Rampage also did work. I saw an 8,000 on there. Rampage, your fire damage is only hitting like 70-something before. Okay, so Rampage also buffs. The only problem is it forces you to be on attack mode with everything. And I think the Rampage levels will keep going up and eventually you'll start taking damage. So it's a little bit scary. Why does it seem like that... Like, our Keolia was the only mob that... only other mob that actually get caught by it. You didn't really move. But anyways, yeah, we do have a couple more buffs we know about that will actually make Travesty's fire damage bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, he's almost hitting 10k fire damage. The only other element I've seen get that big is spatial damage, when you have Traveler, all the spatial dominations and whatnot, and you're using, like, Swipe. Although I've seen Swipe hit, like, hundreds of thousands before, so it's not quite exactly there yet. So that's all pretty cool. That works surprisingly well. Anyways, at this point, I'm working on Black Flame and Black Lightning. Shizu is trained up. I want to train up Kiyoya as well. That's all the test I wanted to run. I think at this point, it's just finalizing Kiyoya's strength. Like, we could go beat Hinata right now. I'm 100% sure of this. We have Hinata's in storage. Travesty likely wouldn't even take much damage in the process. Like, Travesty can almost 100% one-shot her right now. But do I want to? Like, I would rather get a challenge out of beating her, but also, at this point, it's kind of just beating her, right? Like, we're gearing up for the Luminous fight at the same time, obviously. But Shizu, besides maybe an extra skill or two I want to get her, is probably a setup for the Hinata fight as possible. Travesty Miracle, obviously. I still need some more MP, right? Yeah, she can still only launch 11 Absolute Severances. Which are spatial damage. Wait, did we ever get you spatial domination? I think so. And I think you also need, like, law manipulation. Why is it so laggy? Yeah, I think it's just finalizing a couple of skills and a couple more loadouts and whatnot. So, Provide is ready, right? Yeah, Provide's ready. What are you missing? Besides MP, you already have infinite regen. You also have spatial domination, ultra speed, steel strength. Anything else I want to get you specifically? I mean, I can get you more magic, analytical appraisal, battle will, black lightning. I mean, getting black lightning to a bunch of subordinates would be pretty cool. Chant annulment doesn't help with skills. Demon Lord Hockey, Demon Dominate, Oh yeah, speaking of which, I still need to master Miracle's Hockey, so she gets Sacred Hockey as well. I think you're pretty much as set up as possible. Law Manipulation only helps with magic. Magic Aura doesn't work. I guess Magic Jamming would be nice. But I can just give you a Charybdis Core for that one. You're gonna get Strength in Body eventually. Strength to do... all of your attacks are instant, so I don't know if Thought Acceleration helps, but you know what? Sure. There's that. I think at this point, I just have to train up Kiyoya and Mai. And then I think our team, for the first Hinata fight at least, is probably pretty well set up. Whoops. I accidentally just used Death Storm from Black Lightning. I was not ready to test out this skill yet. I mean, that's objectively awesome looking. I wasn't ready for this. I was doing other stuff. It's also very loud. Okay, it's going away now. Oh no, never mind. It's so cool. How long does it last? Okay, it's gone now. Did that end up killing our little Endermite friend? I hope no. Okay, the answer is no. Good. Anyways, yeah, I'm just here training. Miracle did master her regular hockey, but she didn't get hero hockey or demon lord hockey from it. So I guess subordinates. It's back! Turn off! Please turn off! Can I reactivate it? We good? That is so loud. That is so cool, but it's so loud. Anyways, I think we're good now. Just be careful near that skill. Let's just turn that off. Let's just turn that away from there. Anyways, Mai and Kiyoya are the two I still need to train up here. Let's see. Mai, make sure Absolute Severance is set to 3. Because I still need to train it up as well, of course. select subordinate and use skill. And then I just like put you down in the pit with them and start going to town. But anyways, this is going to take a while. Oh, that destroyed blocks on the floor. I have to refill these. Okay, I actually came on over to the Demon Realm to train up Absolute Severance just because she kept running out of MP. So it is actually mastered now. What's the actual buffs? I know there was a reason I wanted it, but I don't remember what. Absolute Severance. Coding gets better. She just has a longer attack. She has a bigger attack buff. And the attack now does 300 baseline damage and is quite a bit bigger. It's doubled in size. So, let's see. Let's just grab out a training dummy real quick. All of your armor's still looking fine. This is about to reach 1,000,000. So let's see. If I just have you attack this thing... Never mind, you're still on passive. So protect. There we go. Okay, that's all your hockey. Okay, there's all that. That's fine. There's your baseline. Okay, that does almost over double your attack, I think. Oh yeah, over doubles your attack and applies the same to the other damages type as well. Let's see. That doesn't make a lot of damage. You're looking in this direction. Why is Absolute Severance going the opposite direction? Well, fine. I guess I'm just going to do this as well. 990 damage, and it hits twice. And since you have spatial domination, that should bypass resistances soon. Yeah, as soon as she reaches 800k, she should be that should be a big old help. Like, that's 2,000 spatial damage. It's gonna get resisted. Like, let's see. Hinata's thing, she has resistance, so anything that would do... That should be... How much HP does Hinata have again? I think that should be enough to get past her resistances and come pretty close to one-shotting Hinata still, right? Like, let's see. Each of those attacks should do about 500 damage. It would do 9... Yeah, each of those... Hinata would... If Hinata got hit by both of those Absolute Severances and Resistance halves it, in theory, that should end up doing... That should leave Hinata with 10 HP, in theory. Which is pretty funny, actually. I don't know if it's really going to work like that in actuality, but it would be pretty fun to... It would be pretty cool. Anyways, you just need EP grinding, and same with Kiyoya. And I spent way longer than expected. This is taking way longer than I thought it was going to. I knew there was just a couple of training bits I needed to do with a couple of subordinates. I wasn't expecting that to become like 3 full extra episodes here of just doing these tests and getting subordinates ready. But you're just about there. You just need EP. Ioya needs to get more skills and get EP. And then after these two, I think I really only care about getting them to 1,000,000 MP. 2 million would be great, and they'd get their other vampire buffs then. But at least 1 million would let them use law manipulation and would get them a bunch of extra goodies. So that's at least a good stopping point. But honestly, it's just grind stuff. Like, it just keeps ending up as just, I need to grind stats, I need to grind items and all that stuff. So that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. So these two, it's probably going to take like an hour just leaving the game running, letting them attack Enderman, but should get there eventually. But for right now, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. It feels like less and less happens in every single episode. I want to thank you all one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, O'Mello, Me, Sammy Lawrence, Logan Anderson, Kyle Coette, and Nando Lang. Thank you all so much for the extra support. For real now, take care, everybody.